No one wants to talk about sick kids or diseases with no drug therapy options. But we have to in order to improve patient outcomes. As a biomedical researcher, I feel that the body is much more than just a temple. It is a whole continent with organs for cities and blood vessels for highways. And just like each of our cities is made of individual buildings, each of our organs is made of individual cells. And just like the building we are in right now had to be built on a strong foundation, each of our cells must be built on a strong foundation for us to live long, healthy lives. That foundation is our DNA, our genome. Now, our DNA is linear, and the ends are protected by these repetitive pieces of DNA called telomeres, which function exactly like an aglet, those little plastic pieces on the end of your shoelace, and prevent the important parts of your DNA from being degraded as we age, which is a normal process. Our stem cells, which have to replenish other cell types, carry a very specialized telomere maintenance team called telomerase. And telomerase counteracts degradation and extends our telomeres so that we can live longer, healthier lives. Telomerase is made of a couple different parts. It has some very important protein components, and it also has this long strand called human telomerase RNA, just similar to DNA, but not quite. And this RNA carries the blueprint, the template that telomeres are actually made from. And it's also very carefully folded into a scaffold that holds all the protein parts of telomerase in place so that they can do their job. I'm biased, but I like to think of telomerase RNA as almost like the team lead. We have a protein that gets telomerase to where it needs to go. We have the protein that actually does the telomere extension, but without telomerase RNA carrying that template, that blueprint, and holding telomerase together, none of it would work. Sometimes telomerase RNA doesn't work like it should. In patients with mutations in this RNA, their telomerase RNA doesn't hold the proteins just right, or the template, the blueprint is wrong. And now we're starting to think that maybe this RNA can misfold, and that scaffold itself is actually the wrong shape to hold the proteins where they need to be to do their job. When this happens, when telomerase doesn't work, we see bone marrow failure and cancer and mortality in children as young as 2 years old with no drug therapy options. That is where I come in. With microscopes and live cells and chemicals, I can look at these mutant RNAs and I can ask, what's got you bent out of shape? And when I find out why a patient's telomerase isn't working, I can call my collaborator, a pediatric hematologist on the East Coast, who is treating these patients, and I can tell him, I know why your patient is sick. And together, we can promote the development of novel therapeutic options for patients with unmet medical needs. It's exactly what I wanted to do when I came to grad school. Thank you.